starting a new lesson, and we are going to do some weaving and some painting and learn about space. Now, we're not learning about the space and like outer space or like stars and the moon, but the space around you. All right, move their arms around them. All right, we're learning about creating that space in a painting form. All right.
Of the world, I'm a champion.
All right. So, first off, I'm going to show you a picture of what we're going to be doing so you can get excited. All right. All right. Here is what we are going to be doing. All right. So first off, we're going to paint our paper plate, and then we are going to cut a loom into our plate, and then we are going to weave the tree, all right? But before we get started on that, we need to learn about what we're going to paint on our plate. We're going to create space into our painting by paper plate because right now it just looks like a plate, right? There's no depth.
Yeah, we can eat on it.
It looks flat. If you have nice clothes on, you may want to get some junky clothes on, yes.
This is not.
There are 6 different ways to create space in a painting. So the first way is overlapping. If you overlap something like this tree and this house, it makes it look like something is further back in space, right? Another one you can do is size. So see how big this tree is? Do you think, and see how small this house is? Which one do you think is closer?
The tree.
Why?
Because it looks.
Because it's bigger. It's closer because it looks bigger. Another one is details. The trees up close, see how they have details, but these back here are just solid. So if things are up close, they have more detail. If things are far away, they lose their detail and they get smaller. A few more are colors. See how bright these colors are, and then how they get back here, they get really light colored. Yeah, that's another way you can create space. And then placement of objects. Usually if they're lower to the page, they look like they're closer, and if they're higher on the page, they look like they're far away. The other thing is color. This is called atmospheric perspective. So see how these colors are really dark? That's because they're close. But see how they get further back, they get lighter and lighter and lighter until it's just super light and barely any color. You see that? That's another way you can create space. The last thing we need to talk about is foreground, middle ground, and background. Does anyone have an idea of what background might be?
The back of your picture.
The back of your picture, that's a good example. No. Have you ever been to a play?
Yeah.
Have they had backgrounds?
Yeah. Like a city?
Sure, maybe a cityscape painted. Foreground is the things that are going to be the closest to you. They're going to be the foremost, the first, first thing in the painting is going to be super close to you. So this tree is in the foreground because it's the very first thing we see. Then we have this area in the middle called the middle ground. So this green grass is in the middle, and maybe this water. That's the middle ground, kind of the middle of the page. Way, way back is the background. So these trees way back there, that's the background. Having all 3 of those things make your picture look like it has a lot of spaces. We are going to paint these things. So, on our plates, everybody's gonna need a pencil. Go find a pencil. All right, everybody got their name on it. Now, the first thing we're gonna do with our pencil is we are going to do some sketching. All right, so your pencil's not gonna really show up on these plates, just how it is, but it's okay. You just need to kind of be able to see it a little bit. Maybe if you'll see the mark where you push hard. I'm gonna draw with a marker though, so that way everybody can see it. Yes?
Can I like make a hill and then put a house up there?
No, we're just gonna draw 3 hills today. So the first hill we're gonna draw on the lip of our plate, and we're gonna draw one big hill. This is the foreground, this is the closest hill. Then we're going to draw one hill behind that hill, all the way to the lip. And then we will draw one more hill in the background, okay? So go ahead and draw your 3 hills. You can draw whatever
like
hills
that?
you want. Just
There you
draw
go.
3 hills.
Now she started over here on this side and she brought it over here.
Yep, and then draw one more in the back. Yep, now
I
one
did
more.
a terrible job.
It's okay. All right, if you mess up, that's okay because you'll just paint right over the lines. So if you're like, I don't want that hill to be that big, just paint it smaller. That's perfect. That looks great. Now, I have 3 different colors of green. And if we remember in the atmospheric painting style, the colors are really dark up front because they're close, and as they get back, they get lighter and lighter and lighter because the sun hits them differently. So we're gonna start with the darkest green. All right, kind of has some black in it, it's pretty dark. And you're gonna paint this first hill with this green. You need to paint the whole lip. You need to paint everything under this line. So we're just gonna paint that first hill. Make sure you get all the plate in that area. All right, now a few things about the paintbrush. Keep her on her toes. She's like a dancing ballerina. She's at ballerina school. So we need to keep her on her toes. Dancing very nice, all right? Now, no one wants to go to Booty Scooty School. It's not a place they like to go.
Why?
No doing this. Because that hurts, it's just not fun, not cool.
Sounds weird and it feels weird.
No Booty Scooty School.
Booty Scooty School.
Okay, keep her in ballerina school. Keep her on her toes. Another thing, this little metal area right there is the danger zone. Okay, do not get your fingers in there. They'd be in danger of getting paint on them. Stay out of the danger zone, boys and girls. Okay, once you're done with that green, you're just gonna wipe the paint off your paintbrush. Okay, we're not gonna rinse it out with water, so try to get as much paint as you can, and then you're gonna wipe it on the paper towel.
That's where though you go to Booty Scooty.
Yeah, there you can go to Booty Scooty School. All right, then you're gonna go to the next lightest green, which is this one, and you're gonna paint this next hill. And you want to paint right up next to that hill. We want to cover that whole area with this green. All right, and then I'm going to the last green, the brightest green I have. And I'm gonna paint that last hill right up next to that green. Think we got it?
Mm-hmm.
Any questions, concerns, or celebrations? Yes, sir.
Can I do it now?
We're gonna share this one thing of paint, okay? So here's,
terrible.
it's okay, you're gonna paint over it. We're gonna end up painting the sky, Marcelo, so if you just wanna paint your hills down here, and if there's a line up here, you'll just paint over that with blue. Now, once we're done with all the green hills, you're gonna go to the sink, rinse out your paintbrush. Whoa. You're gonna rinse out all the green under your paintbrush. You might need a little tiny bit of soap. Rub it around in your hand until no more green paint comes out, and then you can dry it off, okay? Then we're gonna get blue, and we're gonna paint the sky. Okay, everybody's gonna get your paintbrush. Keep it clean, stay out of the danger zone, no booty scooting.
So
Dark green first. Don't drip on the table.
So this.
The very closest hill. Paint the lip and everything.
That's weird.
Roy, how are we doing? Good.
Good, but I'm gonna have a little bit of sky.
It's okay. You can have however much you have.
That's why I'm gonna just
There are
fix that.
no rules, actually, in art.
Oh, so we can do Booty Scooty School?
Except
Yeah!
for that. That's the only rule.
I don't know if it's supposed to be looking bushy.
Looks good.
Does mine look good?
That's beautiful.
I feel like I need to fill it in more.
Well, no, because you're gonna have sky yet too. Remember?
Our tree's gonna go over top anyway, so.
I totally forgot about the tree.
I know. Okay, well, good job keeping your paintbrush on her toes. You get a jet fuel ticket for that. I'm gonna keep track on my computer how many jet fuel tickets everyone has, and then we can turn them in for prizes.
Foil. Okay, it's done.
All right, go clean out your paintbrush. The thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add details.
Yay!
So if you want to paint little sheepies on the mountains, you can. Little cows on the mountain.
What about
You could paint
I'm gonna
flowers.
paint
You could paint trees.
I don't know what my
You could
paintbrush
paint a
is.
house. I took them. You could paint whatever you want. Put some.
Can I get the paint?
Okay, your paint may come up while you're painting too. So if you see right here, it kind of mixed with the blue.
It's okay. Can I get brown?
Yes, you can go through the boxes and get the colors you need, but only get a little bit at a time.
Brown. Oh, wait, that's gold.
A little bit of paint.
That.
I don't know if there's be in
Not
there.
painting a skirt.
Got to make some trees. You might see like this, the flowers are like little dots in there.
I
Okay,
love
I'm done.
Maybe you should fill in your house. Because you can see right through.
I'm
There.
done.
Hold it up, let me see it.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
The house back there far away.
There is a little house way back there.
We should just make a picture on this and then do that and hang it on the wall.
I made a rainbow.
Look, I'm doing a bubble. I'm doing it side. That's why I didn't call it that. That's a good bubble.
What should I put?
Marcella, can you hold yours up so I can see yours?
It's
I think I want sheep. I just have a
llama?
thing for sheep.
Can you hold yours up, Layla, so I can see yours?
Or llama.
It is a sun and some dandelions.
Wow.
And then I just
Your sun is poking through.
Yep.
Layla, yours looks like a really nice buffalo.
Thank you.
So next what they're doing is I cut out 10 notches at the top and 2 notches at the bottom. So they're taking this template, putting it on their own plate, and then marking it and cutting them out. So in the end, their plate should look like this. 10 notches at the top, 2 notches at the bottom.
I'm doing mine.
All right, everybody's plate should have a string attached, correct?
Yes.
I don't even know how to do it.
Okay, here's what you're gonna do. So you are going to take your string and do not, here's the thing, don't pull super tight, otherwise your plate will go like this. Okay, so you just want to do it little light. You're going to take the string and go up to the very first notch. Okay, then you're going to take it behind the second notch. And then you're going to come all the way down to the other notch on the bottom.
Oops.
Then from the bottom notch, you're going to go under to the first, this notch.
I don't.
Okay, then you're gonna go all the way up to the next notch at the
Remember,
top.
then
Go over to the
Behind
second notch. Then you're gonna go back down to the
You have to
right
hold it
notch
close
on
so
the
you can go
bottom.
behind it.
Okay, go down to the
Nope.
one on the right.
Nope.
Come out the one on
You
the
gotta
left.
come down and go over.
Up, behind, down to the right, up through the left.
Down to the right.
Don't pull
up to
super
the
tight.
left.
Keep it a little loose so it doesn't pull
Wait,
your
like that
plate.
in the house?
Down.
All right, when you get to
And
the
over.
last one,
Okay, you're at the
act like you're gonna start a new one. All right, once you act like you're going to the next hole, right? But there's no new hole. You're gonna put your thumb on that and pinch it so it doesn't come out. Then you're gonna take this string, and you're going to go underneath, and you're gonna start wrapping it. You're gonna start wrapping it around all of them and pulling it tight. You want it to be tight until about right here. It's gonna be our tree trunk.
Can I see yours, Marcella?
Your brown stuff showing up there.
Wow, nice. Can you see yours, Rayleigh?
Yeah.